welcome to a new vlog, new week, and we're vlogging live from the new bedroom, which is really, really strange, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's weird, but like, we're in a new chapter, and it's a new vlog, new week, and new life, I guess, for the foreseeable. So yeah, welcome in. Today is Monday. We're actually vlogging from the start of the week for a change, but I thought I would do like a week in my life in Bondi Junction, because that's where we are. And you can see the bedroom, that's like the mirror, so you can see the room is like, it's not too messy, like there's bags on the floor, but we just moved in yesterday. So when it comes to the room, I realize it's a marathon, not a sprint, and like I'll be picking up little bits and pieces as I go, and I don't want to just go crazy and like buy everything I see first and then like not like them. So I want to curate, should I say, maybe this space that I'm in and just make it like a home, but like over time. There's no rush. So my morning started at 5 a.m. So himself is on the 7 a.m. shift this week, so he had to get up really, really early to go to get a train and get into work for 7, so he was up dead early, and then I was kind of up. Like, I wouldn't say I had the best sleep last night. I don't know if I was afraid like he would miss his alarm, or it was really warm last night, and I don't know, like the pillow, I'm not fussed on the pillow yet. I might need to get new pillows because it was just like putting my head like flat to the mattress. So yeah, I didn't have the best sleep, but woke up early, and then around 7 o'clock went for a walk, and I went and did my little morning strut along the beach, along like the coast and like the rocks and stuff. And it honestly, I was like, how is this my life? How am I just walking around the eastern suburbs, like the coast, like towards Bondi Junction, and it's like a Monday morning, this is my Monday morning walk? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, it was like, I think an hour walk, I think, to get there. Yeah, so like it's about half an hour walk from here to Tamarama Beach, and I think it's Tamarama Beach. I always get it wrong. It's like, it's either Tamara Beach or like Tamarama. I think it's Tamarama. I think it's Tamarama. About 30-minute walk from here, and then from Tamarama then I walk to Bondi Beach, which is like another half an hour. So yeah, I would say like an hour in total. So I listened to my Pursuit of Wellness podcast. It's my favorite podcast to listen to, like Mary Llewellyn, and it was her and her old assistant Faye, they're like best friends, did like a little catch up, which I had missed. It was like back in September they recorded it, so I'm finally catching up on all my podcast episodes, and it was just a gorgeous walk, and it was sunny, and it was so nice, and it was like, it was 7 a.m. and it was so busy. And then I got to Bondi, and then took the bus up from Bondi to Bondi Junction and grabbed a coffee, and then came in here and started working. And I've been on my laptop most of the day, and I'm like trying out all the different coffee shops. So I'm making like a list on my phone of how much the coffee is, what the mock is like, and like if they have like a loyalty card or anything, so I can suss out what coffee shop I want to go to. But so far so good. I had 2 coffees today, so this is my second one, and they have a loyalty card, and it was $5.08 for a large mocha. Like, that's £2.50. £2.50, which is just, it blows my mind, like a large mocha, and it's so good. Like, the coffee here is so good. So that might be, I think, my local, plus it's the closest one. Makes sense. And they have a loyalty card, so it also makes sense I get my 10th one for free. Your mouth's really been today. Like, the dog has been in here working, I say, like lying underneath me while I've been working, which has been quite nice. My only friend at the minute is the dog. So like, I don't have anybody to talk to, like our flatmates out at work, and I just talk to the dog all day. So yeah, it might go crazy, who knows. And then I went to Westfield at lunchtime to bring back clothes to Uniqlo, only to learn that you have to bring it back to the same store you bought it. You can't return anywhere else, so that will be another job for another day. But I'll take a run in this week to CBD Martin's Place area. That's where I had bought them, so it'll be an excuse to go in there, and then I can even meet himself then after he finishes work, and then come home together. So it'll be a little day out for me, I suppose. But yeah, it's like 2:30, I think, or like, yeah, almost 2:30. So I'm gonna do a bit more work, and then probably himself finishes at 3, but he'll be back around 4, and then we'll probably go down to the beach again for sunset, little stroll. Like, I've done my 10,000 steps already. Like, that walk this morning is around 7,000, and then because I went to Westfield, it was like another 3. So yeah, I've done my 10,000 steps before like 1 p.m, and then we'll probably do the same walk tonight. I would assume, like, every evening. It's just gonna be like our new thing, is gonna be walking down to the beach, which I'm absolutely here for. And then we'll see what the rest of the week brings, because I signed up for ClassPass as well. I want to try out like some gyms and things and like classes in the area and in Sydney. So yeah, I'll vlog and like take you along to the different classes I do and like review them and stuff, and see if I can find like a good one. I really want to go to a good cycling like spin class. I love spin, and I just love like the music and stuff with it, and I want to find like a good one that does like really good music and it's like really dark, vibey, etc. you know what I'm trying to think, like you're envisioning the same thing as me. That, and then also wanted to kind of try Pilates, like everyone obviously and their dog is doing Pilates at the minute, but obviously maybe for good reason, I don't know, but I want to try one maybe around like here and get like a good one to go to in Bondi Junction. It'll have to be a beginner's one because I've never done Pilates before and I've seen those videos of people like face planting on those machines, so yeah, don't want that to happen. And then we'll see what happens. But I hope you think I look tan, because the tan is kind of like tan, and I've washed it off obviously because I looked orange yesterday. You'll have seen my moving vlog. But yeah, Bondi Sands for Bondi girl. Quite ironic. But yeah, I'm using Bondi Sands and I'm actually really liking it. So that's all the updates for today until I suppose this evening, and we'll go on that evening walk and I'll show you what that's like because it's standing, and then we'll see what we get up to for the rest of the week. So I'll check in very, very soon. Hello, happy Thursday. I think it's been a few days since I last checked in. Not much has happened, I would say. Monday's plans actually changed from the last time I spoke, so with like a random story. When me and Steph lived in New York on the Mountbatten program back in 2019-2020, one of the people on the program, the girls, was actually from Australia. She was the only Australian. She was from Darwin, so naturally we haven't seen her since New York. Like the pandemic started, she flew home because Australia had like really strict border restrictions and stuff in place around that time, so she had went home like March 2020 and we haven't seen her since. And she was actually in Sydney for the weekend for like an engagement thing, and she was like, I'm here, come see me. And she now has a baby, a partner, like so much has changed. So we got to meet her daughter and her partner, and it was so nice, and just catching up. We had our first alcoholic drink. We went to Coogee Pavilion, which is a very famous like bar down here along Coogee Beach, so that was really nice. The weather was great, and yeah, it was just really good to catch up. So that was Monday, so Monday club. And then like the rest of the week, himself has been working from 7 in the morning all week, and I've just been vlogging, going about my day, grabbing coffee, trying all the coffees in the local area. I will say that I spent $9 on a coffee this morning, and I almost passed away on the spot. I was like, $9 for a coffee. Everywhere else I've been, especially even in Bondi, like Bondi I'm finding cheaper than North Sydney. Like I'm paying $4.50 or something for a coffee here, which is like $2.25 for a coffee, and it's good coffee. Like this one, $4.50, like so cheap. But this morning $9. I almost fainted. So safe to say I will not be going there, making a habit of going back there again. So yeah, that's been my week. The highlight of my day today was buying a hairdryer. So that's what I went and did today at lunchtime. I got myself a hairdryer so I can, you know, wash and dry my hair here in our new apartment. Yesterday we actually, because I had things to do in CBD, because such a weird thing. So I bought stuff from Uniqlo for that job that goes to me, LOL. I bought like just white t-shirts and jeans from Uniqlo, like just to get me started. And like obviously I don't need them anymore because, you know, I'm not working. But there's a Uniqlo in Westfield, like a 5-minute walk from here. And their policy is you have to bring it back to the store you bought it in. What? I was like, it's the same store, same brand. I don't understand. Like, so now I have to take a train into the city to bring my clothes back. A whole ordeal, obviously, but yeah, went into CBD yesterday. Really nice day again. Brought my clothes back and then went and met himself over by Darling Harbour for him finishing work. And then we actually headed back to North Sydney because we have the Airbnb this week, even though we moved into our new flat here in Bondi. But we have that, so we wanted just to go check it. And then there was that Aperol deal I think I mentioned before, but there's this like really nice Italian like wine bar restaurant, like fine dining, but they do a happy hour for Aperol Spritz from 4 till 6 for $10, so a $5 for an Aperol Spritz. I didn't take advantage of that when we actually were there. So we went back and had a lovely Aperol Spritz, and he had like a $6 beer, like a £3 beer as well. Yeah, which is a very nice thing to do like a Wednesday afternoon. And that was yesterday. I think we might actually stay in the Airbnb one night this week just before we give it over and like say goodbye, because we moved in here on Sunday, and I wouldn't say we've had like the best sleeping pattern or like sleeps since we've moved in. It's been an experience to say the least. I think one of the first nights there was a massive spider in the bathroom, and like thankfully our flatmate, she got it out, but our first Australian spider that had us up like a bit. Then the next night, so she actually wasn't here, we were minding the dog was here, and we had a cockroach in our room. We had a spider in our room. The spider was like, it was a skinny one, it wasn't like that bad, but it was just the cockroach and the spider, and it was just a lot. And then that night at 3 a.m. the dog went nuts barking, and we woke up, we were like, oh my god. And he was like bolting around the living room, like looking outside, going nuts, like zoomies, everything, and we couldn't get him calmed down. And then finally got him calmed down in the bedroom, and I think he was like crying a bit, and like Steph had to be up at 5:30 to go to work as well, bless him. And it was just, yeah, it wasn't a great night. And I think last night was probably the first night we had like a good night's sleep. So we might, yeah, go to the Airbnb for one night this week just to like have a nice rest, because he is off this weekend and stuff. So to give him a nice night's sleep as well. It's a bigger bed too, so it might be quite nice to do that. But that's really kind of, I'd say, all the updates. I meet my friend today in a few hours down in Coogee Beach. So she actually is my friend from uni that I lived with in first year. She's from the Whirl in Merseyside, and yeah, I haven't seen her like in years, and she just moved here a couple months ago, so going to go see her. Very, very excited to catch up and see what life has been like. So doing that today. We have no plans this weekend yet. Like I meant to be the one making the plans because I'm, you know, at home, but we have Saturday and Sunday off, so we should go explore and see some more of Sydney. So I'll probably vlog this weekend, see what we get up to, and see some more sights. Otherwise, I'm very much enjoying my like routine. I wouldn't say I'm in the best routine yet because I haven't got much done, but every morning I wake up and I go for my morning walk, and it's like, I'd say like an hour walk, but I go to Bondi Beach and I like walk along the coastal walk to Bondi, and I like look at the icebergs every morning, like a pinch me thing, like this is my morning walk. So even this morning I had like a little moment and I was like looking at the icebergs. It was a really nice day, and like the sun was like shining on the water, and I actually saw a girl that I know, like she's an influencer that I used to work with through Coogee, and she's here on holidays, and I've been like following her stories the last couple of days. She was in the Gold Coast and stuff, and I actually saw her on my walk this morning, but she was on FaceTime with somebody, but I was like, that's so weird, like seeing you in real life. Yeah, I was by Bondi icebergs, and I was just looking, and I was like, how is this my morning walk? Like this is so wild. I'm just like looking at this, like from seeing so many pictures of it like through my life and like on Pinterest, very Pinterest, but like I'm just like standing here looking at it like every single morning. It's just wild to me. But I was also thinking, like, from I moved out of Ireland, like I wasn't much of a morning walker before school, believe me, but when I moved to Liverpool, I lived down by the docks 2 out of the 4 years, I would say, and my morning walking used to be by the River Mersey. And then I moved to London, but I was like in Croydon kind of area, like Wimbledon, so didn't really have a morning walk there except like the park in Morden. But then moved to New York, and that was then the Hudson River was my morning walk with the whole New York skyline, which was pinch me massively. Then I moved back to Liverpool, back the docks again, so I was every morning walking on the docks in the rain, snow. I must remember the weather was awful. It was also like a lockdown as well, so like I was needed out of the house and it was just grey. Then moved to London City Island, and then my walk was the Thames every morning, which was grey and murky, and yeah. So that was my morning walk, and I went through all those places, and like now I'm in Sydney. My morning walk is Bondi Beach, like watching all the surfers and stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's just wild. But it's also like wild to think about like all the places that I've lived like the last 10 years since I was 18. I'm coming 28 next month. So yeah, just a bit of a reflection morning, I would say. But it's quite nice, and saw like people doing yoga on the rocks by the beach, people swimming, surfing, like fishing. It is just like a nice way of life. So far so good. Like it's 4 weeks this Saturday that we've been here. Himself even said to me, I think it was on Monday, and he was like, yeah, I just don't see like why we wouldn't renew our visa again next year for our second year. And I was like, we've been here 3 weeks and you're already thinking about our second year here. But to be honest, like fully on board, I think we're going to be here for a while, or as long as we can, until I get itchy feet again and we're like, okay, we need to move. But yeah, so far the like lifestyle, everything about it, like the weather and being by the beach, so far so good. Creepy crawlies wise, so far not so good, but hopefully that was just like a little blip introduction, and touch wood that we won't get anything more, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I'll take it down to Coogee maybe today, and then whatever I get up to tomorrow and this weekend. So stay tuned for this week 4, I believe, maybe week 3, I can't remember. My week of my life in Sydney anyway, so see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello, happy Sunday. So it's the end of the week and it's like the last day of the vlog, the weekly vlog. But I feel like it's been a day and a half today. It's been a weekend. It has been, oh, I don't even know. I can't remember the last time I vlogged this week, but on Friday we actually went back to North Sydney. We had one night left in our Airbnb, so we were like, let's just go and get a good night's sleep, because we have not slept well, like at all, in this apartment since we moved in like a week ago. We've got rats, so there's that. We've had cockroach, we had a spider, and then we had the dog barking at like 3 o'clock in the morning one night, and it's just been like a whole ordeal since we moved in, I guess. But we're slowly sorting it out. But we went to North Sydney on Friday night and then slept over there. Had a really good sleep, like it was so needed. And then woke up Saturday morning, came back to Bondi Junction, and then went out for the day. We went to Mardi Gras, which you'll have seen the parade and stuff, like so cool. We went to Sydney Opera House, did a massive like long walk on Saturday, and can't even remember what we got up to, but we went for brunch in Blackwood. We walked from Bondi Junction to Bondi Beach, which is my usual walk. So I showed Steph what I've been doing all week, basically in the mornings. So walked from our beach to Bondi, got breakfast, saw the like outdoor library in North Bondi. I didn't take a book because there wasn't really anything catching my eye, plus they were all quite like damp and like weather beaten, but really cool library up there, brunch, and then into the city. So yeah, the Mardi Gras parade looked like an absolute hoot, so definitely recommend if you come to Sydney, like come around Mardi Gras time if you want a really good night out. Like everyone was just in like amazing form, the costumes, like what everyone was wearing, like everyone was just like in such a good mood, and the parade was really, really good. Yeah, so I would highly recommend. And then we came back and had like a little night in on Saturday night, and then like last night again, like we're lying in bed like ready to go to sleep, and then you just hear like it's literally, that's all you hear, and it's like behind your head and it's in the walls, and it's rats, like there's rats in the house basically, and they're in the walls or in the room or anything, like Christ, but they're in the walls. And Steph's like ringing pest control, like what can be done, like we have a dog in the house and stuff too, like we don't want to harm the dog, and figuring that out. So I think he's gonna be on the phone with pest control again tomorrow, Monday, to get this all sorted. But he didn't sleep last night basically, and he was just on a mission this morning. So woke up and he was out the hardware store by like 8 a.m. time it opened, and I was just like having a relaxing Sunday. I was reading my book, like having a coffee in bed. He came back and he was filling every hole in the room, like patching it up, getting the filler stuff to fill it up. He went and bought grate covers, so I'll show you those in a second. Cover the grates. He's away now to the shop again, the hardware store, to buy like sealing stuff to like seal the windows where there's like gaps. He's gonna go buy like a fly insect repeller cover thing for the bathroom. Like he's on one today, like he is completely on one, and I was like, can we just relax? Like it's Sunday, it is the Lord's Day, can we just take it back, stay in bed, read, have a coffee, like, you know, we can do this some other time. But no, things are getting done today. So like I said, like procrastination does not exist in his vocabulary. Like he is wild. So he's phoned his friend and he's like, can you bring your car and come get me, and we're going to go to the shop and like get all this stuff for the room and bring it back because it's too heavy, we can't walk with it. So he's off to the shops again. But I will show you what he was up to this morning. So we have like these grates in the rooms, which are like in every room it seems, but he got like a cover for them today. So he's covered that one, and then there's one over there as well by the wardrobe, and then we had like little holes just like by the top like of this border thing, but he's completely like covered them. So he's got like this stuff today, spack filler, but like these are the grate covers you can get, and they just stick on, and then you put like, you cut up this, put it on the hole, and then put like that tub of filler stuff over it, and like sandpaper it then as well. So that's the DIY stuff he was up to this morning. But like, to be fair, like he's done a good job, and you can't even notice any of the holes or like where he's done it. So that's like one thing ticked off. But yeah, the rats is the next problem. So if you're in Sydney, apparently there is a big rat problem, especially like Bondi Junction by the beach, especially by the beaches, like you'll get rats. So we have a rat problem, but hopefully that's getting sorted this week. So this is me just being realistic and letting you know it's not all sunshine and rainbows when you move in anywhere. And yeah, we're like learning as we go. We got like hooks for the door for the towels today, and then he's off to get a laundry hamper with his friend now. Like he's got this stuff, like honestly, like window and ceiling stuff like this, and then the next thing he'd be out the window, he'd be like, right, outside, let's go. But like, what would we do without him? Because I'd be just sitting here dealing with it all, and like a month's time I'd be like, okay, maybe should we cover these holes, maybe like do something about this. So that's the story today. Probably won't get up to much else. I imagine we walked from our beach to Coogee Beach this morning, which was a good like a longish walk, and then we had some bagels and coffee to reward ourselves a nice walk. And yeah, that's what we've done today. So I feel like I'm getting like freckles more coming out my face. I'm heavy on the sunscreen though, like I'm not getting burnt these days, which is chef's kiss. But it's the 2nd of March, so a new month has begun. I'm buying some books for my Kindle today because it is when Amazon drop their like monthly 99p list, which we love. So that's what I'm up to currently while he's in and out of the hardware store every 5 minutes. So yeah, that's the updates for today. I'll probably leave it here, I would say, for the week, because it's been like a week of my life, and not sure what we're going to get up to this week. I'm still working as usual, and then I'm going to maybe check out the local library, get signed up for that, and see where the rest of the week takes us. Wouldn't mind going to the cinema this week. We've been saying this to go see the new Bob Dylan movie, so let's see if that happens. I want to record a little book update video, so I might do like a wrap up of my January and February books, and I want to get into book videos this year especially, and then yeah, see where the wind takes us this week. I might get my RSA card. I need to get this at some point, get that card this week, so I might take you along for that, and then yeah, see what happens. So I will sign out for the week and I will catch you in the next one. So make sure to subscribe if you are new, if you like the videos, if you have any questions about moving to Sydney, moving to Australia, working holiday visa, accommodation, flats, rats, drop them in the comments. But hopefully we will not have a rat problem next week. So yeah, we'll see. Oh. Okay, signing out.